Shalom Aleichem, Assalamu Alaikum, Irini Mazisu, Pax Vobiscum. Peace be unto you. Welcome back. In this video, we're going to discuss the question, why is the fear of the Lord the beginning of wisdom? I had a conversation with my father on the Shabbat after my message was posted and listened to. And he asked me the question, do you know why this is important? Why the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom? And I answered, no, I don't. Tell me why. And so he expanded upon this concept, the fear of the Lord, by saying, if one does not respect or have reverence for the source of the words, in this case the Bible, but let's say, for instance, you respect somebody, you respect their authority over your life, and they have credibility with you. So whatever they tell you, there'll be some level of trust, not just trust, but authority that they have over you in order for you to submit to whatever they are relaying to you. So we have many theologians, many historians, many ancient language experts, archaeologists, and so on, in regards to biblical history and even the scriptures themselves. And not all of them, I would say a very small minority of them, actually believe that the God of the Bible, the God of Israel, is real. And even less would say that the Bible has authority over their lives, that they live by the precepts, the ordinances, by the statutes, the judgments, the commandments that are found in the Torah. So when somebody like an expert in the Bible, all these scholars and so on, when they take the words of God as mere fables, and just as a bunch of words on a paper that have no authority over their lives, they have not begun to walk the path of wisdom. They haven't allowed the true wisdom that comes from God to impact not only their thinking, how they operate in this world, but even how they live their lives. But if you do, if the Lord God, the Elohim of Israel, the Father, has called you and drawn you to Yeshua HaMashiach, then you have His Spirit in you. The Parakletos is working in you or with you in some capacity to not only have those words have authority over your life, but that you trust in those words, and they are your standard of living. They are your guidelines, your compass, so to speak, your moral compass, by which everything should be measured, your thoughts, your words, your actions, and other people's as well, to make judgments, to exercise wisdom. Otherwise, you can't say that there is any beginning of wisdom in somebody who disregards those words and the authority behind it. And second of all, my father mentioned how when Yeshua spoke to the Jews of his day, and he made the statement that if you believed in Moses, then you would believe me, for he wrote of me. Those words are very profound, because behind those words is the prophecy made by Moses, saying that one will come after me from your brethren. Yes, he's not from the tribe of Levi, but he was from the tribe of Judah, but from your brethren, the tribes of Israel. And you shall listen to him, and whoever does not, it says in the Masoretic, God will require it of him, but even more serious is the warning in the Septuagint, because it says there, God will take vengeance upon him. Meaning not just have something required of them, they will be condemned, and in the resurrection perhaps. But in any case, there's a harsh judgment for those who do not listen to him. So if they really were familiar with the words of Moses, they would have remembered this prophecy. Let's say, for the sake of argument, that they did, that they were well aware of this prophecy. So why were so many of them not veering on the side of caution to say, you know what, this might be the prophet that Moses was speaking of, that he wrote of? Should we not at least be open-minded enough and consider maybe he is the one? I mean, look at all the works he's doing. Look at the miracles. No one has done the works that he has done. And there were a contingent of believers, followers of Yeshua, who yes, were led to believe that he is the Mashiach. He is the one that Moses spoke of, and so they did follow him. And most of them were women. But the majority didn't. They did not. Towards the end of his life, especially when things just fell apart, so to speak, he didn't restore the kingdom to Israel as many of the Jews expected. He had a bandwagon effect where everyone just jumped the bandwagon. They left him and abandoned him, because even the disciples themselves, because they had placed all their hope that he would restore the kingdom to Israel at that time, not understanding the prophecies regarding the suffering Messiah. And there's so many of those, but that's not what this video is about. So I hope that brought some clarity and some insight to the topic of the fear of the Lord, Yireh. And I just want to thank my dad for sharing this with me, because it is, on the surface, the first dimension of Yireh, the fear of the Lord, as I mentioned in my previous 2 videos now, is reverence, is respect. It is the wonderment, being in awe of Adonai. And when you have that respect, then what would follow logically is that it's not just an emotion that overwhelms you, it is a heart to listen and obey and eventually make covenant with, and to trust from that point even to your death. So that's all I have for you in this video. Thank you very much for your attention. Till next time, Shalom Aleichem, Assalamu Alaikum, Irini Mazisu, Pax Vobiscum, peace be unto you, and Maranatha.